Hey everyone, it's your girl Lisa Living Free. I am inside my shared living apartment. Remember we spoke about that when I left the van or the SUV life after 5.5, almost 6 months, y'all. 6 months of doing it since March 15th. I moved to my apartment on last Friday. I'm super excited. And just adjusting, still got some stuff I need to put away. You know how it is. Had some stuff in storage, so I got to sort through things that I don't need or whatever. And I'm very meticulous and I'm trying to be very intentional of what I'm keeping. Of course, you guys know that I'm the minimalist who loves clothes, so you will never see, well, I would just have one shirt, one. I tried that. That's a boring life. But I am very minimal in obtaining things. Like I do like my gadgets. I do like my crock pot. I got my ice cream maker, which I'm going to make homemade ice cream. I made homemade scones yesterday. I did use a recipe, but I mean a paper, but it's all natural. And I've been making homemade detox smoothies for myself. Let's see what else. Cooking, just cooking at home more. I think the last time I ate out was doing with my coworker a couple of days ago because I didn't have any food. I didn't bring anything with me, but I will say that will be not something I'm going to do on a everyday basis is to eat out. And I get to work from home, guys. So I get to work from home and I'm going to be at home. And guys, it was no fun being in my SUV and working from home. I mean, I would go to like a Panera Bread and all those different places. The Panera Bread, I probably slammed that a lot. Back in the day when I first started, I was like a McDonald's. It was like this McDonald's. It was really, really nice McDonald's. And of course, I never went to Starbucks because I guess because I worked there so much, I didn't want to go there to start my new career, so I didn't even go. But I did. I did hit Panera Bread a lot. So working from home, that I've officially started working from home because I had a couple of hiccups where I had to work in the office just so I can get acclimated to some parts of what I do because left to my own device, I wasn't as productive. So when I got in the office per my supervisor's request, I start seeing that I could be more productive based on how I learned the position because it's a lot of intricate details and parts to this child welfare life as a social worker. So I caught on. I'm very organized now. I need to get myself organized in my personal. I mean, I got a couple of things. I just want to I want to have a big board where I have all my bills up and I'm literally knocking them out. I want to visually see it that I'm taking care of business. So I think I'm going to go and get me some, that big sticky paper. It's like the sticky notes, but it's the big one. And when I used to work in my other former job, they used to let us just say, get some, take home if you want to use it for your purposes to keep organized. So I said all that to say that it is a pleasure to have your own place. It feels good. It feels absolutely incredible. Although, I may have roommates, they are amazing little young women. Just a happy environment. And it feels good to have a happy environment. I think that's important. I am in a college style living area. It's not only for college students, but it is more collegiate or younger people. And the thing about college now, housing, all that, it's like college students come all shapes and sizes now. It's not just like the traditional 18, 19-year-old going to college anymore. You got 40, 50, 60, 70 plus year old people, probably 80, going to college now. So it's not like the traditional old school, go to college at 18, 19, graduate 21, I did do that, but now it's different. So the lifestyle is going to be different. And I am in that type of environment, but I enjoy it because to me, it's more safety precautions because, they think of a college student. If I decide to, start graduate school in January and they select me, I can walk to school or drive. I am also able to pay one set rental payment. What that means is my electricity will be covered, my water, my Wi-Fi, which I absolutely love. The Wi-Fi is from Spectrum. No shout out to them. I mean, I'm not getting sponsored by them, but it's amazing. Cable and a television, which I really don't use the television that much. It's right here in the living room area, and they haven't brought it in yet, but when they do. But all that's included in my valet trash in one set price. And the average apartments, if y'all have not been watching the news, it's astronomical. If you have children, of course, you're going to have to get your own place. You don't want to live in a shared environment, but unless you're going to rent every room that your child is going to be a part of, which could be costly. But some people can do it. But yeah, and it's just a different environment for children out here. It's more of young adults, adults, but no children running around. So I said all that to say that this decision that I made, could I have lasted longer in my SUV? Probably. Would it have been better for me? No, because I'm gonna tell you one thing, as you age, especially for me, and I'm good with working out and all that good stuff, all that jazz, but the circulation was not good for me. I mean, I have to constantly put your leg up to keep the circulation going. I think that's with anybody, but I think as you age, it gets worse. So the circulation, everything, it matters. Now, I'm going to tell you something. My back didn't hurt because I felt like the way I slept was great and I didn't have any back issues. And so when I slept in the back, then that was a couple of times I did that. But yeah, sleeping in the front, leaning back was fine. Now, the bed I have now is a mattress that's pretty, what I consider, what's the word I want to use? Firm. I absolutely love it. So that is working for me. Everything's furnished in this apartment, meaning when I came in, only thing I had to have was my personal items, shower curtain, bed, comforter, all that. But everything else is included. My bed was here. My desk is here. My dresser is here. We have a beautiful Metro, I call it Metro style couch and chair. They're going to be providing a coffee table for us too. I have a balcony. I'm decorating it as we speak. I put on some lights out there, and I have my little gravity chair. I'm going to decorate it up with some plants and all that as time progresses, but I'm not in a rush right now. But yeah, I've been trying to, adjust to everything, but I love it. I love having an opportunity to work from home directly. And then I'm not going to office as much because I have a place to come. And that's another thing. I enjoy, like I said, traveling, but I always had to constantly eat out more. Now, some people do cook more. I see you guys rock out. Now, for me, it worked for me for a little bit, but sometimes I'm just tired. I work full-time. I'm not a full-time YouTuber or any of that. So working for me full-time, mentally, I'm exhausted. Physically, I'm driving, whether I'm running errands for children or transporting, whatever, it becomes tiresome. Going to home visits, traveling. So having a firm foundation for me was important. And it's something I know I would do temporarily. It's not something I could do long term. Even getting the RV, I thought maybe I could get an RV and live in an RV. I don't think so. And the only way I would do it is if that was temporary for me to build my home, my tiny home, or my small home on my land. But I don't see myself doing that, long term. That wouldn't be me. So to say that it was a good life for me, it was decent. It wasn't the best for me. Who I am as a person, how I roll, how I like to do things. I have this huge wall, which I appreciate so much. Huge wall where I would love to put a world map up here. I told you I want to get those stickies to write down what I want to do in my life, whatever. And, even create a vision board again. Yep, a vision board. And just decorate my room. I got some pictures that I saw that I want to order. I'm excited about getting them. So I'm just grateful, y'all. Even though it's shared, it don't even matter because I feel like this is it's an older building. It's concrete, which means we don't have to hear another step on the outside. Kids running up and down on weekends when they're partying, typical college student. Should I say typical, just college student? Not everybody does it. And the walls, like I said, you can't hear downstairs, vice versa, unless I'm on the edge and I'm right near the hallway going downstairs. But other than that, I can't hear them and they can't hear me because we are built on concrete. I'm so excited about that because I feel like that is between these floors is concrete. I think that is why I enjoy this type of living more so than my former shared living spaces. Because a couple of times I lived in places where, like one particular place I lived at a shared living, the rooms were right beside each other, literally. And the only room there was up to the front. And someone else had that room at that time because they had selected it. And I got the back area, which I think I got an extra shelf or something in my room. I think it was something extra closet or whatever. I think I got an extra closet. So anyway, but the rooms were right on top of each other, like literally right on top of each other. I didn't like that. I did like the screen porch in one of them. And then the last shared living that I really lived for a longer time there, we did have rooms. They were spread out, but still they were right on top of each other. This right here almost gives me a sense of having my own studio apartment. Literally, I feel that it's more private. We don't get in each other's way. We have, they cook. I cook. I don't cook. But they cook, and I'm going to make ice cream and stuff like that. But I can, finally be in my kitchen and being able to move around, make food for myself that's much healthier so I can drop some more weight. I'm doing great with how it works, and y'all probably have seen all my videos. I'm doing great with them. I'm thinking about going tonight, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. But I definitely know that it's a good feeling to be in a home environment. I can't wait to put a thing on my door. I have a rug that I'm ordering. I'm excited. Oh God, another payment. Okay, I'm excited about that. And just, being able to move freely in my space, being able to wake up in the morning, being able to go to the bathroom when I want to. Not that I didn't have that, because I think with being a gym member, I would go work out, take a shower. I could use the restroom there, get in my car, go to sleep, whatever, and wake up and do my thing, right? And that's great. But having your own feels amazing. Amazing. And I can finally detox the way I want, because, guys, if you know anything about detoxing me, with the fiber and the greens and the spirulina and the power foods, that stuff go right through you. So you want to have a personal space for you to use the restroom. TMI, but it is the truth, okay? Now, I'm not knocking anyone who is doing this as their full-time thing. I'm just sharing from me. And I think people will respect my honesty, and they will listen, because I got some people who actually listen. I have two channels. This one, Lisa Living Free, and I have one called The Melanated Minimalist, and it talks about living on less. And for me, when I talk on my other channel, I do speak about how I lived in this particular situation and what I am now. And this is shared living, so I don't have a lot of space of my own. It's not my own home. I can just spread out everything. So I am living minimally in this. I just have more clothes. I love clothes. I love to look good when I go out places. I did try to do the very, very bare minimum deal. It doesn't work for me because I'm very creative, and my mind and my creativity can come through my clothes, whether it be all black one day or colorful clothes or my head wraps or whatever. So it won't be that minimal. I do live minimally, but a little different. It's a very unique minimalism. But when people see where I live, they're like, oh, okay, well, you don't have a lot of stuff. You just have you and a few things. You're right. My clothes probably the most things I have, and I got some stuff and bags I got to go through. But the life for me, living the way I did for 6 months, was humbling, to say the least. Unhoused for 6 months by choice was very humbling, to say the least, because I've always been housed. Even in my rough moments, even in my rough times, I've always had a roof over my head. It might not have been my roof that I owned or rented out, but I always had somewhere to lay my head each time. This last particular episode of my life it started back in July of 2022. And then leaving out of that particular situation in September, I remember specifically September the 19th, 2022, moving into a small town in South Carolina. I think that was October the 6th, 2022. And then here we are, fast forward. Back in July, it's been a year ago. Back in September will be a year, September 19th will be a year that I left that situation. And I've never looked back. I may have thought of some things, I still do, because part of it was very humbling, and part of it was very frustrating, I got very upset. Sometimes I thought about it, it's like wasting my time. Was I mad at the person? More so than myself, probably more myself, wasting my time. But like one of my dear friends says, you had to go through it in order to see what you will not tolerate, to see where you will not do again. Red flags everywhere. So let me tell you something about red flags. Start listening, watching, and adhering. Other than that, I didn't get abused or hurt or anything. It's just wasting time. Having changed. It actually just catapulted me. It's actually a good thing, because it catapulted me into going back into the lifestyle or the life or the career of case management, working with people, working full-time, having a salary, having benefit package, and having options to work elsewhere part-time. Being a aerobics instructor if I want to be a aerobics instructor, being a real estate agent. I'm looking at going to real estate school, so this will be something I'm looking forward to going back. I went and stopped, took my test and failed it because I didn't really put anything into it. So this time around, I'm excited. They're giving me 50% off, so I'm gonna go do it again. But being a real estate agent part-time, I'm looking to, work full-time in my career as a social worker, get my master's, going to get a maybe a PhD, hopefully a PhD. PhD in a licensed clinical social worker, or I may do something with policies and government. I don't know yet. I'm still at a part in my life that I'm still got some time to look at things. But definitely working full-time in the real estate. It would be great. I would love working in real estate. So I'll be going to take real estate school and then look at my master's level. But I want to finish my real estate program first. If you guys know me, I am also a notary. So I got some things under my belt that I can do to make extra money. So it is wedding season now, and I guess I need to get myself together so I can start putting my name out to marry people and becoming an official officiant. And I guess that's all I can say. All right, well, I am in my shared living space, and I'm super excited. And guys, make sure you listen to this by this end. You're doing things you want to do and not forced to do. Bye.